Hello everyone! Tommy Girl with you once again for another episode of Let's Play Myst 3 Exile. In the last episode, we finished up our time on Voltaic and we got the symbol we needed, and we unlocked a message from Savidro. So now we are back on Janan, and we've got two other tusks we could look at. Now at the end of the last episode, I said we were going to go this way, but I realized there was somewhere else I wanted to go, and this tusk is much more in the way, so we're going to actually head down here instead. Ooh, creaky bridge. I like the creaky bridge sound. Alright, let's look at this tusk. I do want to head all the way down to that Savidra's sort of bedroom down there to take a look at some things. But let's look at this tusk. As you can see, there's really no way that we can see to get in there. Let's explore this area around this because wait, can I climb up the tusk? No. Oh, it almost feels like you could climb up these things. If only we were... Why can't I be more athletic of a person? No. I always loved climbing things as a kid, so it's always my first instinct is to be like, climb it! Climb it now! Alright, so there's these things, and there's this we looked at earlier that picks up sounds. We're picking up water now and everything. Whoa, creaky bridge sound. So we know that's here. So that might have something to do. But first let's go down here, shall we? I think we shall. I wanted to check out this room. Because if you remember before, there were a bunch of like experiments and things Savidro was sort of working on. And I want to look at those in comparison to our time on Voltaic so we can reflect on what we saw in Voltaic. So you can see, look, there's all these experiments, but there is something, this thing right here. If we hook these up, and we rotate this, we did this before I went to Voltaic, look. Look at those things that come up like that. That actually very much reminds me, and I'll throw up a picture of it, of the floating rocks, or whatever those were, that formed the symbol. And I was kind of pondering it last time when I thought of this experiment, where we've got some electricity powering probably something magnetic here, and then we've got, this is probably some kind of metal of some kind, raising up, and so I'm thinking that that symbol, Savidro took some time to figure out how the symbol worked via this experiment here. And those floating things must be some kind of metal, I would think. Still doesn't tell us everything. I don't believe there's anything else in this room that applies to Voltaic, but it is good to know that some of these experiments that we looked at before might have something to do with some of the other ages. So I definitely wanted to take a moment and look at that and ponder. And also, somebody took some gears, maybe from a Voltaic here. That could be. Is that an egg? I don't really know if we looked at this last time. Can't really get a great view of it. That looks like a hatched egg, which is odd. And, so anyway. Let's move along, shall we? So, we can also ponder a little bit about Voltaic in the way of, Atris was trying to teach his son something. So what could Atris have been teaching them? We talked about power, and I definitely think it is reasonable that it has to do with power, but one thing I didn't mention, I had this journal that Atris had as a supplemental reading, and I said it wasn't important for us to read right away, and it's still not, but there is a little bit, there are some important things in here that applies as the game goes on. But one interesting thing is there is something about an age that is basically powered, talking about how that's important, and that's a lesson. Here it is. Energy powers future motion. You notice it's in bold. There are a few phrases in this journal that are in bold, and so therefore my assessment is they must be important. And this is part, it doesn't mention Voltaic by name or anything, But it has this this whole section where Atris is trying to get an idea of what he wants to write for release on, what kind of age he wants to make, and he mentions tapping into energy sources and that it'll grow and transform and develop. Energy is the underlying fuel that powers all activity, which is very similar to what we're seeing on Voltaic. So I think that could definitely be related to the type of lessons Atris was maybe trying to teach his sons. The odd thing about it is he talks about energy within an age, which to me, that's energy with machinery. I don't think an age comes with machinery specifically, so I don't know about that, but to me, that's the closest thing that relates in that journal. My apologies, I ran up there and realized we had already looked up here, and we saw these plants. Remember these plants over here? We actually saw something over here earlier. What did we name this little guy? Was it Georgie? Ooh, Georgie's still eating? Wow, that was a long time. Remember we saw Georgie? See, look, did you see these plants over here? Check it. They expand when he makes that cute little Georgie sound. Oh, adorable. It's gonna be embarrassing if I look back in these videos later and I realize I named him something completely different. He is the animal with multiple names then. But actually, I think within the lore he's a squee, which is adorable. But let's see. He makes that sound, and these little plants here blow up like that. Excellent. The pumpkins are ready, and now we get to hear squee noises up here. So we actually solved part of that puzzle very beginning of the LP, just by messing around with Georgie there. Blah. He's so cute, helping us solve puzzles. It's a good thing he went to those things and was hungry. He was eating that whole time. Hungry little bugger. But yes, this makes a bridge to this door. Alright. This looks very similar to the other tusk, but with a different color motif. This one's very green. Ooh, this looks familiar, but we don't know which one we should put in. Can we find out what symbol's on the top of this door here? We only have 2 left. We have the bird-looking symbol, and we have the, like, circle thing. Can we tell? Ah, it's the bird one. Alright. It's very fitting. I mean, it was kind of a nature thing to get us into this puzzle. We had to manipulate Georgie there so we could get those plants to blow up. So, a bird. It's very nature. I feel like we're going to go into a very nature-y place, probably, with those hints. But maybe it'll be something completely different. I don't know. Alright, I think that should be the marble combo. Yes. What have we got here? Edanna. Or Edanna. I believe it's pronounced Edanna. Ooh. Once again, the lazy mechanic there. We can't open a book. We're too good for that. Oh, neat. Alright, well, we got a really fast flyby. It kind of looked like we were in a giant tree. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm jamming to this music. Yes, I finally got the music working properly. Probably don't know because post-editing I did my best to either place music or not talk about the fact that the music, I was having problems with it, but I think we fixed it. Check that out. Alright. Ooh. It's a Janan book over there. For some reason, this is pointed at it. It's mocking us, apparently. Haha, there's a Janan book over there. Can't get it. Neener, neener. Thanks a lot. Flower. Flower bubble. Okay. Pretty. Now, like I said, the flyby really looked like this was a tree. Oh, a tree surrounded by water, it looks like. And I can't help but think of, in the game Riven, the game before this, Myst 2, I can't help but think that, they made a great tree that they kept talking about that was destroyed. Oh, what the heck? And, I can't help but think that they thought to themselves, it would have been really cool if you could have gone to that tree in the tree's heyday. Let's make an age based around that. That's what this always makes me think of. Kind of, it has a little bit of, whoa, what are we looking at? Bird. Bird, you're interrupting my spiel. It's very rude. I'm trying to talk about my thoughts on why they made this age the way they did. But yes, this is very tree-like in the middle of a water, like, ocean body that definitely, I don't know, it just has a Riven feel to me. And in my mind, this is kind of how the Great Tree could have been in its heyday. Aw, that's adorable. Feeding birds. Worms, it looks like. That makes sense. Can I move these at all? Oh, I can. But apparently, we don't get to move it anywhere super exciting. Alright, so this thing, we went up on this thing. It's a plant spiral staircase, and there's some kind of, what the heck? Some kind of power, cord? I'm still thinking like a Voltaic. I was just in Voltaic. Everything is powered there. Right. So anyway, we went up this thing, and there's this bulb that's kind of, like, this plant's got a bulb at the end, and it's in water, it looks like. It's weird. Alright, well, let's go this way. Really nice view. Oh. Hopefully they don't eat people. Well, it is a bird, but it is kind of a big bird. Swoop. Alright, well, since the game is taking our attention to that so much, we probably should follow it, although what is this? Is that water? What? When you click on it, it's like, is it like a water basin? It looks kind of like a sphere. It looks weird. I don't quite understand. Yeah, it's a sphere, so there's water inside the sphere? Yeah, that must be what it is. It's kind of an odd effect. Kind of looks like it's all rippling, which is weird, but this looks a lot like that basin we saw up here. Oh, up there? Up this way. It looks a lot like that water basin we were just talking to. See how it's got that vine, or whatever this is, a stalk that goes to, actually this is more of a stalk. This is gonna test my plant knowledge, which I'm afraid is not the strongest, my strongest area of expertise. So we're gonna learn, or make up terms. Alright, but anyway, there's no water in this, and there's water in this. And this stalk here doesn't have these unfolded leaves like that other one did. And we were using it as stairs. We couldn't use this one as stairs because something's wrong with it. My guess is there's no water in here. And there's water in here. So the question is, how do we get water out of this into that? I'm thinking that's what we have to do. But how? I'm stroking my chin right now in quandary, in contemplation. Ooh, this is pretty up here. Oh, another flower. This one looks different than the others. Ooh, let's pull it. Oh. It's very similar. Oh, we get yellow view. Oh, there's the basin we'd like to fill. Alright. Thank you, game, for giving us another view of something we can't do. I'm guessing there's something that has to do with that. Alright. What are these? Well, they're palms. That's a silly question. What do we... Oh, there's a thing we can push. If you look at that button we just pushed, it's very similar to the button on top of the little squee house. And, there's a button in Savito's house that kind of is modeled after that. Oh, there's the Janan book. We did have to work a little bit to get to it, but just like Voltaic, we don't have to worry about getting stuck and not being able to get back to Janan. A nice quality life change to the Myst series. Nothing good about being stuck on an age and not figuring out what you need to do. Oh, well, this is different. Look, we have this sun dot. Well, if you look, we just opened these palms up here to get to the Janan book, and look, there's the sun. We couldn't, it was shady here before. I'm gonna get a sunburn. So that means we look in this thing, and the sun gets concentrated in a direct spot from this flower. Oh, did you see that? So when we put this light on this thing, it does something. It's making a noise. That plant was thirsty. Look at that. As we can see, our theory was right. In order for this plant, little leaves to sort of open up like that, we need water. It needs water. So we put water in this basin by bursting this water pod that we had going here. And now we have another path somewhere. Well, I'm all for an open path. As much as this upper viewpoint is really beautiful. Gotta say, I really like the aesthetic of this age so far. And in general, actually. Nothing wrong with tropical looks. Nature-y. Whee! I would be scared out of my mind in real life right now. Ah. Wow, I'm dizzy too. I hope you guys aren't motion sick out there. That was... If I got dizzy easy or nauseous easy from that, I'd be sick right now. I'd be sick. Maybe we should take a break after all that spinning around. I think that means this would be a good place to end the video. So, in the next episode, we'll continue to explore this area, and I'll see you guys next time.